Welcome to a Draw With Me video. My name is Julian. I'm a graphic designer and illustrator, and today I want to show you my process of painting a watercolor and gouache painting. At first I started looking at my sketches and these two catched my eye, so I thought, why not drawing them or painting them. And it was after Christmas, so I had a longer break and did not draw in a long time, and I wanted to start with something easy, so I started with this little cute carrot. Also, I thought having two illustrations would be better because I wanted to start with watercolor, and it takes some time to dry and I'm impatient, so I thought painting two illustrations at once would be better because then one can dry and I can go on with the other one. So I first sketched the rabbit and the carrot. After my smaller sketch with a pencil, I like to use a soft pencil. I think this one was maybe like an 4B pencil from Faber Castell or something. And I try to make the sketch look a little better than in my sketchbook. And afterwards I use this mutable eraser thing, which is always in this box because it gets really dusty. And I erase the lines so they get a little lighter, and you will not see every line in the painting afterwards. So as you see, it's good to lighten up the sketch. I did it with both paintings. And then I started with a little orange wash because I wanted to have the painting with a warm undertone. I know it's something that you normally do with acrylic or something like that, but I like to have a little color laid down so that I'm not too afraid of the white pages. And while this wash was drying, I started a little color test. I did this freehand and just used some oranges for another carrot and a little green to figure out which colors and how to draw the green leaves. This would always be a good option to do when you're painting, but sometimes I forget to, and then after the painting I'm a little sad because the colors didn't turn out so great. I think I had a good idea of which colors I wanted to use after this little color test. I really like this green color here. I have to say I'm not really an expert with watercolor. From time to time I try to deal with them because I think they are really hard. They are not like gouache where you put the color down on the paper and it stays there. But I really like the lightness and that you can change the colors with layering. So this is what I tried here, and I did it wet and wet, and it wasn't dry enough, so the color floated a little around, and I tried to fix it later. But it's just a try. It's not like a huge commission or something. It's okay to try it. And while the carrot was drying, I started with the little rabbit. I wanted to make it like a warm color, and I had this little reddish, dark reddish color on my watercolor palette, so I used it. And this is also a thing I really like about watercolors, that you can reactivate them and you really don't need that much paint, like with the expensive acrylic gouache that I normally use. I feel like it takes so much color all the time. Yeah, and I did not use like gouache. I sometimes just drew parts of the body, like here the little arm, and then try to shape it with a little like shadow to make it more realistic. Yeah, also with the red on red technique. So it looks yeah, softer. If you're wondering what the rabbit is doing, he's holding like a little, not like a candle thing. I don't know if this is an international thing. We have this here in Germany on Sylvester. We have just little party lights that you light up and then they sparkle. And of course you had to hold a little carrot just as a snack, because he doesn't have to drink. It's okay if he just eats, because I really like to snack. Yeah, and here I did a little orange under the red and then just smudged it together. I think it gives it a great deepness. And to make it look cohesive, I added the orange also to the little candle thingy. I actually looked it up. It's called a sparkler. In German, the word is like a wonder candle. Yeah. I stayed with the warm colors and added a little brown tone as the eyes and as the nose. I wanted to make a great contrast. I wanted to add a bluish background for the cold night outside. So I wanted to have the bunny with warm colors, and I also used the light beigey orange for the ears and for the what is it called? The tail, little bunny's tail. And then the rabbit had to try, so I painted the carrot with the orange. I really like this color. I think I'm really into oranges and yellows and greens. I think this is my color palette. And of course I also started with the orange and then added a little red to deepen the look. I don't know, at this time the red didn't want to smudge with the orange very well. It looks a little bit strange, but I actually like textures and a little handmade look. I think it makes this special. And as I said, I'm not an expert. As you see, I really try to use the colors that I already have on my palette, just to get them away from the palette maybe somehow, and you still use them. I have this palette for a really long time. I can't remember, I would say at least 10 years or something, and I have like 12 different colors, and there are just like 2 that are nearly empty. Yeah, I think as I'm not drawing with watercolors all the time, they are really like more for longer use. So back to the rabbit. I think I was finished with the watercolor. I just wanted to smoothen the page, and I mixed blue with some lilac to have a little warm undertone. And it was a great dark blue. It's actually these Acryla Gouache from Holbein. I really like them. I like how they feel and how they look on the paper. The brush was maybe a little too dry. It didn't go on very well, but the color was really nice and dark. As you can see, it's too dry. Yeah, and also, as always, I mixed not enough paint, so I started with this darker side, which was very good, because here the color was thicker on the paper, and later on, like you see now, I had to add some water, and the paint of course got a little thinner and not as it was more transparent. Yeah, but it's not too bad. I think I really like it. Also on this side there are the stars and the light part of the image, and on the other side there's more the shadow side, so it's all good, I think. Yes, and I had this great new brush. Maybe it was a bit too big, but I really like the shape, that it's not a round brush, that it has these straight cuts, and it's a little not straight, what is it called? Diagonal? Diagonal? I'm sorry. Yeah. And also I can draw really fine lines with the one other side, like you see now. But maybe I need another one that's a little smaller. I thought I had one, but I couldn't find it. We have so much brushes here. Yeah, but I thought the watercolor with its like light wash would make a great contrast to the dark gouache. Also, I wanted to add some more details, and I like to use pencils for that. Also, because sometimes the watercolors are not that perfect as I like them, and there are they tend to make this little mistakes, and I want to cover them. So I try to do it with the pencils. I'm mostly using the Prismacolor? No, I have to look at it. It's the Prismacolor Premier's ones, not the colorways. Yeah, because they are so soft and lovely. Yeah, and I try to use warm colors on warm tones like these darker reds. And yes, this pencil wasn't sharp enough and I wanted to sharpen it, and everything was on the table. And I really had some problems with this pencil. I think it was too soft or broken inside. It wouldn't get sharp. It would break all the time. Here I tried to sharpen it with a knife, but it was too soft and too hard at the same time. Yeah, I switched to another color. It's a bit sad because I really like this dark red color, and this one wasn't as dark, but yeah. Maybe I can buy some new pencils. Yeah, also I started with the red, with the darker color on the green, and I added some lights and details, like here with the yellow to warm it up a little bit and give it a nice touch. And then I started some outlines with the brown tone. I could also use the red one, I don't know. Yeah, sometimes it's just a first intuition that made me do some things. And then I also did some shading, some soft shading. I really like the look of the pencils because it really brings out the texture of the paper, and also it looks a little bit like fur. Like you can add these little lines. Yeah, and I tried to make better shapes and also do some shadows and some lines that are needed. And then I wanted to do something that I normally do with the digital drawings. Like I tried to incorporate the colors that are around, like the blues from the background as a shadow, and the yellow stuff, the yellow pencil like this for the highlights. You will see it later. And also I added some stars in the background. I really like to have more texture and more little details. Yeah, with different yellows. And also I think I used some white. Yeah, and now I'm painting in with the yellow as it comes from this little what is it called, sparkler, to give it more of a natural look. But I think you just see it if you are really close to it. details. And it's nice to draw over the gouache or the watercolor with these pencils, because you can see it and define it a little more. And this is the final result, a little carrot, and here's the bunny. So thank you very much for watching, and I wish you a happy new year. Bye.